just got to ranting and raving about the white trash, and I'm gonna keep on ranting and raving. I'm thinking about right now how the white people love to embellish that shit. They love to sit here and pretend that like racial tension is all like foundational or institutional. They'll be like, "Oh, those ideas died with fucking slavery, bro." Like they do. It's so retarded, bro. They seriously be sitting. They're just as ignorant as those niggas who they call ignorant because they sit here and pretend that it's all about fucking the transatlantic slave trade, bro. Like literally, they're the same exact thing. And it's like, oh boy. They think it's like institutional or foundational. Like they say it's systematic. It's only at the top where like ideas are being legislated or executive orders are being made. Like where judiciary hearings are happening. They say it's at the top level where these racists exist. It's foundational to them, and they love to say like, "Oh, poor white people, they was removed from that. They couldn't even have owned slaves." It's like, no, bruh. It's literally about the fucking collective, and they don't even comprehend what the fuck that word means. It's like there's so many like different definitions of what collective illusions or collective conscious is. But at the end of the day, there's one that's internal and then there's one that's external. Like the one that's external is like societal, and the one that's internal is like it's like your ego almost playing with your self-awareness. And basically, we're talking about the external collective. Like they would love to sit here and pretend that it was at the highest levels, but then you start to think about it and you're like, okay, if that's true, then how come you had white people in like the Air Force whenever World War II was going on who were literally like upset that they had to eat with British black like British soldiers or black fucking Axis, not Axis powers, but whichever like the Allied forces. Why are you sitting here complaining when you're overseas and like they got their own rules and everything? You sitting here talking about some, we got to eat with Negroes? Oh hell no! Well, we are decorated U.S. Army men, and Rick on the base eating with jigaboos and moon crickets. I swear. And they sit there and they act like it's not a collective thing, and then you literally just think about it and you're like, they were sitting there fucking like celebrating death in like a negative way. Like a nigga's getting lynched and then they put that shit in the newspaper as like, but not like as a, oh, unfortunate, sinister, horrible shit. Oh, look at these evil white people in our community. It's like, oh, we gonna have another one next week, you know, like popcorn. Then like, hey, we go and have us a lynching, a old hanging. And they use that as like a spectacle, bro, like a movie theater or some shit. That was their version of Batman. That was like their version of entertainment. Literally, like, if you don't understand how ingrained that shit is into society, you literally gotta consider it like it's literally one generation ago. Like it's not no 300 years, 200 years. It's literally one generation ago that niggas were celebrating in the South because they heard Martin Luther King got assassinated. Like, you see how vile, like, whether you like Charlie Kirk or not, you can look at them celebrating his death or him being killed whilst publicly speaking, and then you can understand that, like, oh, someone was like, they were ideologically trying to be contrarian and they used violence, and you can view it and be like, okay, that's whether you liked him or not, you can understand like objectively that that's like atrocious or that's heinous, or it shows you that within the collective there's a lot of resentment. And so the people that are celebrating it, they're losing their jobs for that shit because it's condemnable whether you liked him or not. Like, okay, certain people aren't celebrating it and they lost their jobs, blah blah blah, shut the fuck up. For the people who were like directly celebrating that shit, posted like a video on TikTok talking about, hell yeah, that nigga deserved to die. Like, to some extent, that's okay, but then to some extent also it's like, if you're not even hiding your social media, if it's you and you're putting your face out there, your company has the right to be like, hey, you're hurting our image, you're an extension of us, you're hurting our image. Okay, all I'm saying is you could look at it and you could be like, that shit is wrong. That shit is wrong. You can just look at it objectively and say, those niggas are celebrating the death of this nigga. But like when it comes to something like Martin Luther King, there's no reason why any of them should have been fucking celebrating. Like what? They were seriously just celebrating at the loss of like growth or fucking metamorphosis or evolution. They were seriously celebrating at the premise of just the loss of a civil rights leader. They were like, that's one less than them we got here about on the radio. I don't give a fuck about no equality, equity, no playground with no goddamn little black boys, little white boys. My daughter will never sit next to a nigger in her classroom. I swear to God, bro. Like when it came to like Supreme Court hearings, bro. Like, okay, you love to say it's at the highest level and it's an institutional thing, but then literally look at like the Supreme Court hearings for like things like Roe v. Wade, like literally, or Brown versus Board of Education. Those are literally the perfect examples. Like you have like your everyday average white person who's just like going to work and shit, take work off just so they can sit outside of the courthouse and like pelt a little girl with some shit because she's trying to go to fucking school. It's literally that simple. Like they literally showed you their alignment, and you can't sit here and be like, oh, they weren't racist. They didn't own no slaves. What the fuck? They gonna shoot me in the neck with a 30-06. I swear. Oh, please no, please no, 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 please don't shoot my neck. You know, I like this because it exposed a lot of you goofies out there. And the goofies, the goofy ass niggas, bro. I swear, it's the funniest fucking shit. Oh boy. Oh boy, you guys want to hear more? I got more. I don't know. What do you think? This shit is. I'm basically done. I'm gonna end the video because if I just keep going on and on, this video will become about some completely fucking different shit.